my YouTube channel, Lindsay Said So. I appreciate you being here. This is episode 4, where we explore a WIP parade and my birthday. And yeah, some plans too. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so as per usual, I have a slide deck, and on it I have recorded progress on all of my WIPs and made notes, and that way I hope this will be a little quicker so that we don't have to read absolutely every little bit and discuss every little piece as we go. So I have made notes on all of the pieces I've had progress on since January, and you'll be able to see which ones I've worked on and which ones I have not. I haven't worked on everything, and that's intentional. I do hope to work on everything I have throughout the calendar year, but I've been trying quite hard to get more progress on fewer pieces, and I've managed to get quite a few finishes this year, since my last video even, which is really exciting. So, out of the 30 projects that I have, I've been working hard on 15, some more than others, and big pushes for me are the 2 big mushroom themed stitch alongs that I'm in. Odd year of mushrooms for me. Who knows why, but specifically this year has been toadstool mushroom heavy, and you'll see why. So Owl Forest Embroidery has put out a stitch along for free, so you can go to their website and click on it and join in at any time. And it is in progress, so we've just received part 6. So trying to keep up on that, as I am notorious for starting stitch alongs and then not finishing them ever. I know, it's bad. But I love them so much. And the other is my Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2 stitch along by Heaven and Earth Designs, or HADE. I am not up to date with that, but also it's full coverage and huge. And there are people who are fully up to date and waiting with bated breath for the next part to come out in October. But from my asking them online, it sounds like they stitch completely just on that monogamously, whereas I have a lot of other pieces that I'm working on as per my list of 15. But you'll see that why, or you'll see why. So here, because this is a WIP parade, WIP, works in progress, and a parade, I'm showing you all of them. I'm going to show you everything, even if I've not worked on it, because, well, I think episode 1 or 2 was my first WIP parade. And it's nice to just have that as like, here's my WIP parade for 2024. So I am down to 7 projects that I started in 2021. My oldest, When Witches Go Riding, it was going well until I made some massive mistakes down the left hand side that I mentioned last time, and that really stalled me. Like, I had barely any progress from November to March of this year, but then I finished it. So my new oldest piece is Christmas Robin and Mouse from Scarlet Quince. It is full of blends. Like, everything is a blend. Everything is a blend. It'll be beautiful. I have not worked on it yet this year. It's something I usually work on in November and December because it's Christmassy. Hence, Opal, Carolyn Manning. I switched from full cross to tent, and I'm way happier with it. Again, I haven't worked on it. Okay. This is a piece I would love to finish / just get more progress on. And notice, it's a toadstool. Number 1. Small beaded toadstool tile. So like if you're doing the Taj Mahal mandala or Poison Garden, they're huge. Evening in the Park, massive. This thing, not. But it's a lot. And a big problem I had was getting stuck on the the beading. And the issue for me with the beading is that I could not read the pattern. When you get the pattern, it's PDF, and the whole thing is on one little page. And there's a color version and a black and white version. But because some of the beads on the toadstools around the center are white and cream, when they're in color, they don't show up. So I had blank spaces that didn't make sense, and I would look at the black and white version and I could see them, but the font is so teeny small that when I printed it, I again couldn't see it. Holding this really far back so you can't see it. I had to go through and really blow it up in order to print it, crossing off things I've done, and then I've had to like highlight certain things because the wee symbols that they use are so tiny but similar, percent sign and ampersand, that I couldn't really tell them apart, trying to figure that out. So I've done some creative highlighting and anyway, trying to figure it out. It is small. Like, this is it. This is the whole thing. It'll come down a little bit farther here, but that's all. Like, here's my little hand. It's not that much bigger than my little hand. It's just getting stuck on the beading and feeling so much frustration. So much frustration. So again, I would like to make progress on this. We'll see. Will we make progress? I sure hope so. Okay, stockings were hung. It's a stitch long. I've had no progress on it, but it's Christmassy. Like, I have made progress, but not much. Finished part 1. Woo woo. I know. Okay, I'm not finished the whole thing. I'm finished part 4. So it's a 5-part stitch along, another stitch along. So now I'm working on the next part, part 5. I decided I wanted, it's got a little dog, and I don't want the dog. I've decided I'm going to insert a cat. So I have quite a few frosted pumpkin stitchery patterns, and I found a wee cat, and stitchy size wise it is about the same width and exactly the same height. So I'm going to be finagling the little cat into the spot for the little dog, and the cat happens to be orange, and we have 2 orange cats, so this is going to be a little orange cat sitting on the trolley car. It suits me much better, and I'm much happier about it, and now I'm more excited about finishing it. This is a piece I would love to finish by the end of the year. Will I do it? I don't know. I hope so. Magic quick stitch. If you remember from past videos or not because you're new, hey, thanks for coming by. I switched this design from using Pattern Keeper to Markup RXP, and I'm trying to work all the way down. So on this page, just and finish the page. Christmas pudding. This is a gift. The stitch count, there are very few stitches because there's so much backstitch, and most of the stitches are in the Christmas pudding. It's a lot, but as I'm working on it, it looks cute. It's a 4-page project, and I'm trying to like finish the pages and go up and down and over and sort of dabble in the Christmas pudding itself here and there, so it's not just one huge block at the end, and also not one huge like backstitch the world at the end either. A finish. It's a full finish. Snail House Forget-Me-Nots. Now, based on, let me move this thing up a little bit. Based on the pattern, you will be able to see that I didn't actually finish it because I omitted this little bottom piece. I didn't like it, and I didn't want it, and I thought it was cute without it. Really, really cute. So that was quite a few WIPs from 2021 done. Now 2022, I have 8, and considering what I used to have, that's pretty darn good. Okay, I have do different stitch along that was like just a casual stitch along. I haven't worked on it. I did work on my tent maker small, so that was a stitch along. I know it's another one. March, I just had started the outline. Now I've worked on it a little bit more. The 16.1% is just for December. Okay, finished December. I finished December. This patchwork calendar was, I think, finished by the Huga Stitcher. Samantha did all of her pieces, all of her calendar bits on separate pieces of fabric. I did it on one big one. I finished December. So this bit is done. I have not worked on Touch of Magic. Again, I know it's a stitch along. I'm getting closer. Oh, it's only 51%. Okay, maybe I'm not getting closer, but it'll get there. Maple Kitsuna, nope. Not any progress as well. And that's okay. I've been trying to focus on other full coverage things. This piece is for my eldest. He enjoys Star Wars things. The detail is pretty spectacular in the helmet and the body. The helmet took forever because it's so many tiny fractionals. So many tiny fractionals. Would I have chosen Ada had I realized that it was fractionals? No. The gradients are fabulous. The color choices are great. The detailing is great. It just took forever and I had to like stab through the stinking Ada. I have not worked on cat size since January. I like to work on all of my spooky pieces in October, and this is definitely one of them. And I usually just kind of save it for October, maybe September. It's a really cute piece though. I love cats. I don't know if you've noticed there are a couple cat pieces, and we'll get to the cats at the end. I have not worked on Sally watercolor. This is for my youngest. The bottom of this, let me just pop this up a smidgy so you can see. The bottom of this just sort of trails off into nothing. I'm wondering if I just sort of chop it here, because do you really need her arm? No, this is the most important part, the face. So I might chop that. Oh. Okay, 9 works in progress from last year, 2023. I have not worked on Moonshine Cabin. This is my January 1st start. I have worked a tiny bit on Underwater Kingdom. I can now see where some of the suckers for the tentacles are, but I haven't really worked on it since last. Not really. I haven't worked on this project. I am omitting the background because the fabric is beautiful. I had 8%, and then I had the grand idea of, in Markup RXP, fabulous program, I recommend it, to go through and you can select which spots are stitched and which aren't, and it's good if you have a pattern where there's blank spots. I'm going through and I'm starting to omit or deselect all of this like light green back here and a wee bit around the head, because I'm not going to stitch it. And that's time consuming, but it will give me an accurate stitch count. So it's kind of 6.2%, but not 6.2% because I'm going to be adjusting that total number. Anyway, I haven't worked on it other than removing things. Oh, I love this piece. So now that I have it on a piece of fabric that I enjoy, I'm really, really enjoying it. And that feels really good. This was a birthday start 2 years ago. 2023 restarted 2024. Okay, finished. Hold on. Part 1 and 2. So let's let's take a look at what I mean. So here's part 1 and part 2, and I have finished those 2. I am now moving on to this, and I have not officially started it, but it's kind of in that placeholder. And it's tiny, 32 count over 1 on Lugana. So my little hand, and it's tiny, tiny. It'll be really cute. A little bit since January, but not a whole lot. I don't know. I feel like I'm not really a sampler person, but I really like long dogs, and I just kind of have to get going on it. All right. I finished, and I'll fully finish. Ta-da! I have a finished and a fully finished piece. This was my purse piece, so I would put this tiny piece in my purse in a WIP pouch, just like a little makeup bag, because it was small. Well, it is small. Here's my little hand. And I would take it with me, so if I'm waiting at a doctor's office or something, I could pull it out and stitch on it. And I have Markup RXP on my phone, and this piece was on it. I don't have all of my pieces on my phone because that's a lot, but this one was. And I think there were 5 colors, and it was a lot of fun to do. But I'm done. And another one done. This was my next purse piece. Again, teeny tiny. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. It's just really cute. It was really fun to do. Filling in around the boo at the bottom was great. I love that the colors were a little odd, like taupes for Christmas, like taupes for Halloween, but it was a lot of fun. And it is a free pattern from Puntini Puntini. If you are interested, you could find them online. Have not worked on this. I really like it. I just don't feel a huge draw towards it to finish it. And I don't know if it's something that I'm going to end up doing or not. Don't know. I think I wasn't happy with the white. But yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Rainbow Cats. So to Stitch has a fair bit of backstitch, not quite like Stitch Rovia, but when the backstitch comes on, it is fabulous. I did have to remove a bunch of stuff from the forehead because I had 2 different whites somehow. So I'm not quite done number 1, the red cat, but it's going. It's a lot of fill-in with like little bits of other colors. But it's really, really cute. And yes, I'm going to do them all, but I'm going to do them in a big, long horizontal strip. As of March, I had not finished the first page, but now I have finished the first page, and I have little bits of this one, and I'm trying to finish up this one. This is sort of the edge of the page here. I'm trying to work on a lot of the dark and not just work on all of the fun, because I know that I won't want to work on the dark if all the fun is done. And again, yes, it's a stitch along. 21.8% of the 9 pages that I have. So it's not a full accurate depiction of how many pages I have total, but I'm working on it. I have 6 + 1 projects for this year, and you'll see why. I have not worked on Little Red Riding Hood. It was January 1st start. That's as far as I got. I haven't been in the mood, but I think when I do, I will fly through it. I started and finished this. It was a pattern that we received from Stitch North, Darling and Whimsy, materials from Brin and Needle, and it was wonderful. And that's it for what you have seen of 2024. Everything from now on is going to be a full new start that you just haven't seen yet. This was a start and a finish since I've seen you. And again, it was a purse piece, and he is tiny. Look, he's tiny, tiny. And a fully finished piece. Do I love the frame? Not completely, but it's in there for now. Flossy Fox Shop. I can't remember if this was free or I paid a tiny amount for it. Anyway, I recommend it. It was cute. I don't enjoy the crummy black Ada that I bought, but I'm doing it. Her patterns are lovely. My only issue is some of the cross stitch colors are hard to determine because one is on the pattern in orange lines and the other one is in like hot pink lines, and they look very similar. So just trying to figure out which is which, but once I figured that out, it was wonderful. This is a restart, and it's just a matter of finding the right fabric. I tried to find like all the cute fabrics, like pick a colored one, pick a whatever, pick something opal and Ada and Lugan and whatever. It didn't work and I hated it, and I was really upset because I really like this design. But now that it's on this fabric, it's so much better, and it's over one, so the floss goes forever. It's another stitch along and it's more mushrooms. Oh yes, another stitch along and more mushrooms. I have finished 4 parts. So this is the first piece we got. It is part 1 and 2, part 3, part 4. This is where part 5 is going to go. I have not started it yet, hence it's at 0%. This was a start and a finish and a gift. I did this tiny cat for Sarah, whom I work with. We share a class in a classroom, and she is an amazing human, and I'm very grateful to work with her. She teaches the children language and phonics, and I thought a cat made up of an alphabet would be great. And she also has a cat herself that is sort of like a dark smoky color, beautiful cat. So I thought, why not do this? And it worked out really well. This is a piece I'm thinking is going to be for my Smalls Exchange for Stitch North in 2025. Yes, I have started it early. Why not? I don't want to be late and rushing. I did that once and it was not good. Now, this was a set of patterns. All of these 5 came as one. This one and this one are attached, and I'm only stitching the bunny, bird, and strawberries. I have adjusted the white. I started stitching this and it just does not show up on my fabric, so I'm choosing, I think, a light tan because I want it to show up. No, a darker brown, because I didn't want it to match the branch, but it needed to show up. It's really, really cute. And I'm doing it on 22 count over 1. This is for a friend, and last night I tore out a bunch of stitches because I like to sub in like cute silks and overdyed flosses and cotton, but sometimes when you pick them they don't quite go. So the 2 greens I had and one of the oranges just didn't work, so I have pulled them out and will be stitching them properly. So I was actually over 50% and now I'm under 50% because of my choice, and that's fine. My plans, and this is where you'll see the +1. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I want to extend to you my plan for my birthday. I want you, if you're willing, to stitch a crab or a cat with me. I am a Cancer, zodiac wise, and I love them. I love crabs. They are so cute, and I love cats. I have a lot of cats. So I'm encouraging you to start a piece with a crab or a cat on it. And you can stitch your cat or crab along with me in my 3C birthday start extravaganza. So, first C is cats. here are little screen snips of a few of my cat pieces that I'm going to be picking from. I don't know which one at this moment. I am leaning towards this little freebie from Tiny Modernist or this little one from Bad X-Stitch. These are Frosted Pumpkin. This is a full coverage. Do I need another full coverage? No. Oh, this is a really cute one from Gara, Plum Street, and that's a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads. So leaning maybe towards the cat, or for my second C, a crab. Another Buttons and Beads, Giddy Crab, Murumi Designs, Frosted Pumpkin, that little crab on the treasure chest, and the one that I'm kind of leaning the most towards, mostly because I actually have pulled fabric for it, is Crab Dance by Tiny Modernist. So I have some Opal 16 count Ada, Haley's Garden Mystic Fabric 16 count Ada that I bought I don't know where. It has really cute modeling. It's almost like Neapolitan ice cream, but instead of vanilla it's green or mint. So there's lots of places for me to put this. It's just a tiny piece. It's not big at all, 66 by 66. This is kind of where I'm leaning, but we'll see. 3 C's: crab, cat, celebration. So root through your stash. A lot of Halloween pieces have cats on them. There are more in my stash that have cats, but these are sort of the ones that I liked the most. It doesn't have to be the most cat. It doesn't have to be only a cat. It could be anything. And more challenging, can you find a crab? I'm wearing even a little crab necklace today. These are so cute. And I find because crabs aren't as like fuzzy cuddly, because they're not fuzzy, they are harder to find. But either one, crabs or cats, for the celebration of my birthday. My spooky October plans. So for October, every year, I like to stitch on all of my spooky pieces that I'm currently working on. I have a lot of spooky stuff. Witches Go Riding is done, so I stroke that off. I have Magic Witch Quick Stitch, and A Touch of Magic, Cat's Eye, the Sally Watercolor, Black Cat Hollow, which was my birthday restart. I finished my Halloween Moth and the Cat and Pumpkins piece by Puntini Puntini. I do like to start a new Mill Hill. So that's really cool that I have finished all of that. You know, 2 tiny pieces, but 1 substantial piece. So maybe, I don't know if I'm going to be starting anything else sort of spooky between now and then, but you never know. My previous goals were to finish the Halloween Moth and When Witches Go Riding. I did that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish, but I want to keep working on the Small Beaded Toadstool Tile by Chatelaine and the Japanese Spring Pincushion by Gara, specifically because then I can finish it into something. And I even bought some like rickrack to go around it and make it extra cute, because it's really cute and it's small. I really appreciate you staying around for all of this, keeping it under an hour. Amazing. I would like to know if you would be interested in starting something with me for my birthday. I have a hashtag. I know, it's amazing. 3C, so for crab, cat, celebration. 3C, B-Day, stitch along, sell. And with all of these projects, do you have any questions? Do you have any concerns? Do you want to know more? If you really, really want to tell me how you think it's awful that I have so many projects, don't. Because it's mine and that's okay. It works for me. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I support you in your monogamous stitching. You will get your project done so fast, and I'm so proud for you. I really like having all of my little toadstools and other things that I'm going to be working on. But that's all. Thank you again. Please join me in my 3C B-Day Sal, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Bye.